seem to know more about the show that I'm working on than I do.
What is up, guys? You are back at Clever. I'm your girl, Jocelyn Davis, and tonight I am chatting with the whole cast of Teen Wolf about Season 5. It is about to get crazy. All the rules have changed, and you best believe I'm getting all the details. How in the world are we in Season 5? How did that happen? It's amazing.
The show, we lucked out, you know, with everybody, with the cast, the creators, the directors, the people keeping it together behind the scenes. It's really a trickle-down theory, and everybody up at the top is great.
So how are you planning to totally freak us out and give us nightmares this season?
We're actually trying to go for a lot of scares this season. We do
More than last season?
Yeah.
How is that possible?
I hope so. We love scaring the audience. We love being entertainers. It's something we work on, and this season is definitely a bit darker. It's a little bit more of an adult tone this season.
We've always got new villains, new crazy villains, and that's same goes for this season. Stuff we haven't done ever before. They're great. They're so cool. I love them. They're creepy as just very still, and but they get their point across.
I like the villains this season. They're eerily human, and it's creepy. I think the more human you are, the creepier you are, and so that's what they're my favorite. They're my favorite villains so far.
Well, should our fans or our viewers on Clever be holding out hope for Styles and Lydia, or is that just done forever?
You know, we debate that in the writers' room a lot. Yeah, there are different factions in the writers' room where some people are like, they've always seen Styles and Lydia getting together, and then others saying, I think they're better off as friends. So it's something we argue about a lot, so we'll have to see. We don't know yet.
I have no idea. I've always been like the Ross and Rachel fan, personally. Yeah. But I'm not a writer, guys. I don't know.
Jeff Davis said the rules have changed. What's your interpretation on that?
Oh man, that's a good question.
I don't even know this. Okay, that's really funny.
Mr. Jeff Davis,
yeah,
I read it in an article.
I'm gonna ask Jeff about this. This is how little he tells us about our characters and the season.
Well, it's a little bit about the blurring of the lines between supernatural and nature and science in Beacon Hill. So it's going to add a lot more complication to Scott and his friend's life.
We do know that your character, that he's going to kind of be tested, like his leadership is going to be tested.
Always.
How is that going to pan out?
This season, he's zen, calm, cool, calculated. He's been through it all. He's experimenting, you know. He's like, let me try this zen approach, this really cool, just like really calm and collected, calculated approach to things.
I love it.
And so that will affect the way how he handles when his pack is like trying to be separated, and so he handles new things differently each season because of where he's at in his life.
What can we anticipate from Liam? Because he went through a lot last season, and he's sort of still getting used to probably his powers, who he is. What is that going to mean for him this season?
He's definitely become more of an adult. You'll see. I mean, he's still a teenager, obviously, but he's become more control, and he's able to figure out more of his problems himself. You know, last season he seemed kind of like helpless, like he didn't really know what to do, and now with the pack's help, he's kind of grown into himself, and he's becoming more independent.
So from what I've heard, Lydia, we're going to kind of find out what happens with her within the very first episode, the very first few minutes. What can you share with us? Because you've already shot this, so you know what happens.
Do I? Was I there? No, it's very polished cement dry. So wet, it's like a slip and slide. And I have to run through that and fight ninjas.
I think a lot of characters are stepping up and experiencing different things. You know, every character grows a lot in season 5, and I think especially for the leads, a lot of us are really being pushed to our limits and being forced to make tough decisions and really own up to who we are. I think we're all still learning the powers that we possess, and I mean, hopefully Malia finds out more about the Desert Wolf, her mother, and maybe that'll tell her more about her powers and her past and how she can use that for the future, for good or bad. We don't know.
I don't know if you know, but Crystal Reed is here. So is Allison coming back to life? What's going on?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything on that.
Okay, I have to ask. I was like, is this last year's tip sheet? What's going on?
She's a human. Not many humans have come back to life, you know.
I'm not sure. I think that would be awesome if she did, though, because I love Crystal, and I think that would be a lot of fun, and that'd be a very interesting plot twist to Teen Wolf.
I see people that are off the show quite a bit, and so So Colton Haynes, Crystal, you know. So to me, I would love it if she was back, but I get to see her regardless. So I get spoiled.
Do you know, Dylan?
Nothing. So the only thing that Jeff left out to you is that he likes to keep things from us because he likes them to be a surprise. Because I don't know, whatever makes us better actors. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not. I'm just an actor. Okay. Ask Jeff.
What is happening? I need to know.
Well, Crystal is joining us for the panel tonight, which makes me very happy to be able to see her. I haven't actually seen her in weeks, but we keep in contact. One of the hardest things for me to see was that character die on screen. I actually can't watch it anymore.
Yeah.
It's too heartbreaking for me now.
But before you guys go, if you love Teen Wolf, click to the left to check out a few things you might not know about Dylan O'Brien, and then click to the right to get the same rundown for the Teen Wolf himself, Tyler Posey.